so that we could start getting the community thinking of Broadbent Park as an entertainment hub, much like the plan is pitching. So this is going to be the start to it. So Q&D Construction's excited. All of their employees are coming down to it. We're doing the best of getting the stuff out at the very last minute, but I think if we get, if enough people are there to eat all the food, it's going to be a success.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Well, it sounds really fun. Thank you for all you've done on it.
Absolutely. All right, and now I will pull up Errol's marketing report and let him go from there.
All right, hello. Well, I'm just gonna jump right into it as always with Facebook. So this past month, we reached 6,169 followers, which is an increase of 86. As you can see, our page views were up 93%, and our page likes were up 40%.
Real quick,
On
Errol.
Instagram.
Hey, Errol,
Sorry.
can you say how many we went up last month and why and what the difference was between the 2 months?
So last month, if I pull up, last month's reviews, we were up 180 followers last month. And a big reason for that was we did our art campaign at the very end of July, leading into August for Arts in the Park and everything. And so that gained us just about 200 followers last month. And then this month, we obviously were pitching up the big event, horse races, things like that.
Good. All right, carry on.
Okay, moving on to Instagram. We're up to 2,549 followers, which is up 17. Twitter, we now have 397 followers, which is up a total of 29 followers. Moving on to our targeted digital, our display targeting. Under search for targeting, we received over 168,000 impressions, 131 clicks, and a click-through rate of 0.08%. Search engine marketing received 7,600 impressions, 473 clicks, and 12 leads. And our horse race ad, so this ad we ran specifically just for 1 month leading up to the horse races. And it did very well. It received over 500 impressions, 520,000 clicks, and a click-through rate of 0.11%.
Wow.
So very good for an ad just running for barely a month.
We get more clicks than people saw it.
That's what I was asking.
Somebody clicked on it a few times,
You got like trigger finger.
yeah.
Yeah. Moving on to the website, our top 5 pages this month was the homepage, the White Pine County Fair and Horse Races featured event. So not the calendar event, but the actual featured event that lists the entire goings on of the event. That's on our website year-round under featured events. Lodging, dining page, and things to do. And you can see our device breakdown. It is just about the same as last month, with the desktop being 39%, tablet visitors make up 3%, and the mobile is 58%.
Hey Errol, I hate to put you on the spot. From looking at the website, do you know how much activity was on the website this month or last month compared, or like how many active users or returners to the website? If we were doing all the art marketing and stuff like that, or the horse race, was it driving people back to the website?
Absolutely, and I didn't include it, but you can actually see that there's a giant increase in our page sessions right around horse time season. So the very beginning of the month, we were receiving about 414 visitors, averaging about, and then right as like the peak, right before horse races started and as horse races were going on, that went up about 200 to 500 sessions that were totally new visitors. So we call those unique sessions, and it was driving new people to the website. And so in total, the new visitors make up about 81% of visitor our website this month.
Cool. Thanks, Errol.
Yep, no problem. Moving on to just updates, which would be our calendar, so what we are looking forward to this month, or this coming month in September, that we hope to see everybody at. So the McGill's Labor Day weekend, that's September 3rd through 5th. The last of the White Pine Corrals Gincana series, they had 3 different events, and their last one is September 5th. September 9th through 11th, Great Basin National Park is having their Astronomy Festival. September 11th, we got Race the Rails going on, and then the Chamber has their Imagine Tribute to the Beatles concert coming back also on the 11th. And then at the end of the month, or mid-month, September 17th through 19th, as always, of course, Silver State Classic Challenge.
Are there any questions for Errol on the marketing report? Thank you very much, Errol. Okay,
Thank
we
you.
will move on to old business. Number 1 on that, discussion only, board member reports. Ian, do you have a report?
In terms, let's see, been doing quite a bit of work on just a lot of networking in terms of connecting with people that would potentially be developers for ski resort and other things like that. Turns out it's a little tricky to find somebody with $50 million and some vision, but I am undeterred. I sold Kirby vacuum cleaners door to door for crying out loud. I can figure this out, so. Yeah, I have been continuing to meet with good people that are connected in that industry and connected with those kind of people, so we're gonna find the right person eventually.
Ian, thank you for your enthusiasm so much on that. And yes, I love the Kirby vacuuming on that. Okay, Marietta, do you have anything?
Well, great excitement. We had wonderful horse races this last weekend. We had 6 races on Friday, 7 on Saturday, and 6 on Sunday, for a total of 19. We typically have 23 races in our meet, but this year we were a little short with. Even so, we made more money this weekend than we ever have, even with only 19 races. It was very successful in the Pure Mutual Gaming, as well as at the bar and the concession stand. Everyone had a good time, and we're very, very thrilled that it turned out the way that it did. And before I close, at our last meeting, I didn't get a chance to we received a very beautiful note from Deborah Fairman on behalf of CAT for the $1,950 that was collected on the July 4th weekend. Thank you for that.
That's remarkable. That's your highest one, isn't it?
The very highest, yes. So I'm excited for
That's-
that.
That's just wonderful. Brian, any update?
Just trails. I know we got 18 kids on the NICA team this year that are going to be racing hopefully in 2 weeks. The race got canceled this week. So that's a big increase from the 3 in the beginning 2 years ago to the 10 last year for COVID, and then having 18 kids that want to compete. It's really good. And Susie and I were doing some, looking at different kinds of trail apps, trying to figure out how we were going to get everything kind of cleaned up and make our trails all look good. And we came across Strava is a very popular app in Ely. We started looking at heat maps, which show how many people are riding trails right now. And it showed us in the last 3 years, we have more people on the trails, and most of these are probably locals because they're riding Strava, than we've ever had before. So I'm pretty amazed to see groups, a week where certain trails have 80 different riders on them is pretty amazing for what we started with, which was 5 of us.
Yeah.
So, that's it.
Well, thank you. Congratulations on that. I'd just like to say congratulations, Kyle, on the EDA planning grant for the Trails Institute. It's now to get the planning done and the implementation for our workforce. So thank you on the perseverance on that. EDA is not a quick date, and it was really well done. So thank you. Then I also want to congratulate Ag 13 for adding the fireworks to the horse races weekend. Anytime we can add more events, it's just terrific. And I thought Michael Couch did a fabulous job as when you looked at all of the hearts and smiley faces and all that he's added to the fireworks. It was remarkable, and just want to again thank Ag 13 for paying for that. Time agenda items for the next board meeting. Does anyone have any specific agenda items? Any public comment on the video? Seeing none, we'll open it up to the room at the convention center.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Madam Chairman, I've yet to see anything on your agenda regarding fully the support for what I call Predators Park. You guys call it Heritage Park. I want to remind you that we had a local girl missing since April 2003, and just recently we had another incident within a few months. I want to remind you that we need to learn from those experiences to make sure that it doesn't happen again. We've got plenty of parks, and we need to stress the use of those rather than creating another one. I don't know where all this money is going to come from. We have a problem there as we expand. NRS states you cannot have gaming or liquor within 1,000 feet of the school. Yet we have violations in that area. Can't do that. You've got to address that. Earlier you talked about the barbecue and the music coming in Broadbent Park. I want to remind you that you're not going to seat as many people as you will using the grandstand that's there now. The city has adopted a plan to take that grandstand out, $500,000 asset, and put in grass tiers. That's not going to cut it. You want to address usage, you want to accommodate people, you give them a nice grandstand, you can put the platform out up front, the stage, whatever you want to call it, and we all have it good. Grass tiers is not going to cut it. There's an obligation to make downtown whole. I've been here a long time and I'm seeing us going backwards. The last thing I want is that grandstand to come out. The Wreck Brothers did a heck of a job renovating it. It looks great. A nice asset. We need to make sure that it stays there. And I want it on the agenda, and I want to know whether you guys support it or not. Let's see. In the past, I've asked for information from you folks, and I've not received anything. I still have a concern on the ADA compliance with the new parking lot. You need to address that. I still have a concern in regards to the money that was given to the community choir. Again, that's not a public building. It's a private club. That money needs to come back. I've got an ongoing concern in regards to the Nevada Northern Railroad getting additional, continuing getting money from the Fair and Rec Board that they don't operate under the open meeting law. We need to know how that money is being spent. Other than that, let them earn their own money. That's taxpayers' money. We have no idea what they're doing. And now they're doing a radio station? Wow. I didn't know we had that much of a need. What are we going to do with the two people that invested heavily in this community? I'm not happy about that, I'll tell you that right now.
That's 3 minutes. Thanks, George.
I need some answers to these things.
Thank you very
We're going
much,
back
Mr.
months.
Chachas. We will, at this time, we will be adjourned at this time, and I have 5:15 p.m. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your ambassador stuff, go down to drop off the brochures and hotels.
Thanks, Judy.
Oh, you're welcome. And I'll have a packet for you next week. I'll just have it here and I'll get it for you.
Sounds
This has been a Georgetown production. George Chachas reporting.